What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be bringing you the second part on how to build a Hackintosh. Now, in this part, I'm going to be going over how to install Snow Leopard on a PC. And what you're going to want to do is come over to this website. I'll post a link in the description. You're going to want to go ahead and download two things. You're going to want to go ahead and download iBoot, which you can download right here. Okay? Download iBoot. And then download Multibeast, okay? Download those two, and those are the two tools you're going to be using to install Snow Leopard on your Hackintosh, on your PC. Just make sure you have compatible hardware. You can go ahead and check out my first video. I'll post it right around over here. And you can go ahead and check that out if you want to know which hardware is more compatible than other hardware. So once you download those two things, you're gonna want to burn iBoot to a CD, not a DVD, because DVDs won't always work. So it's always best just to install it onto a DVD. Now you can just come on to this website, and you will be able to see that they have a tutorial on how they tell you how to install. So you can see you just have to set all your BIOS settings to the BIOS settings that are right here, okay? So you want to set, basically you just want to set your anything in your BIOS. You want to set it to AHCI, and that's on under IDE or anything else. Okay, so right here we want to set the hard disk boot priority to CD-ROM, so that it boots from iBoot. And then you want to set all of your PCH SATA control to AHCI, and you want to set your ACPI suspend type to S3 only, okay? And once you set those options in your, and down here as well, onboard SATA/IDE control mode, those two will be the PCH SATA control mode and the onboard SATA/IDE control mode. Those should be under default. They should be IDE, so you want to go ahead and switch them over to AHCI and send it to switch to S3, and that should be it in your BIOS. And once you do that, just make sure you have 4 gigs of RAM installed. That's it, because it's not going to work if you have 8 or 6 or any other amount. So now iBoot, okay, what you're going to want to do is burn the image to a CD. Make sure you burn it correctly, okay? If you're on Windows, I recommend using a software called Power ISO. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to download it. And simply what you want to do, just stick after you set the BIOS settings, just stick it in your into your computer, into your CD drive. Let it boot. It might take a while, and then you should end up having a screen just like this, okay? Now once you're at this screen, you're going to want to eject the iBoot disk and please put in a copy of Snow Leopard, okay? This has to be a retail copy of Snow Leopard, okay? It has to be either the 10.6.0 or the 10.6.3, which are only available on the Apple website or maybe I guess Amazon, but you have to make sure that they are the legit copies, no pirating at all, because that's just like against the law, and it probably won't work. Now, and you want to eject this disc and insert your Snow Leopard DVD and insert it back in, and then you will get a screen you will get a screen like this. It will say Snow Leopard, and then that's where you click enter on. Now once you click enter on that, you're going to want to they don't have it here. Okay, yeah, you see, you're gonna get the installation screen like as if you were on a regular Mac. You want to go up on the toolbar. I can't really show you, but it tells you right here. You want to open up utilities, then disk utility. You want to set the format of your hard drive to Mac OS extended journaled. The partition, you want to set it to GUID partition table, And then you want to set it to partition to 1 terabyte or less, because if you have like a 1.5 terabyte hard drive, you have to partition it to a terabyte or else it won't work. And then I think that's pretty much it. And then you just close the disk utility, and then just continue on with the install. I usually like to choose customize to like take off the languages and all other crap or all the other stuff that you're not going to need, and then just makes all the installation go a lot longer. It took me about half an hour to install. Now once you install, you want to, and it might say that it has failed, and it might not. It might restart automatically the computer, and it might say the install failed. There might even say that the install has succeeded. Either way, it's gonna give you the option to restart. And if it does restart by itself, don't worry. It restarted by itself on me, so it's completely normal. And once you actually, restart, you want to take out the iBoot disk, or take out the Snow Leopard disk and put back the iBoot disk. And then you should come back. You should be back into the iBoot screen, and then you should see this. Let me see. I think, the Snow Leopard. So you click on that again, and then you're gonna get the installation video that Macs are famous for. And then sooner or later, you're gonna be on your Mac desktop. Now, once you're here, you're gonna want to download the Mac OS 10.6.6 update, which is the newest version of Mac, unless you want to stay like on 10.6 whatever, or on 10.6.5 or whatever you want to update to, or if you just want to stay, you can just stay, I guess. But I recommend just updating to 10.6.6. That way you can have the awesome Mac App Store. But once you update, it's gonna ask you to restart. Do not restart. Just leave that window open in a different spot. That's when you're going to want to go ahead and open up Multi-Beast. Okay, now Multi-Beast is going to let you install all of your drivers, okay, or KEX as they're known in the Hackintoch world. And without this, we'd be like goners and like in Hackintoch community. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what you can choose under Multi-Beast. Okay, so you can download it. It's going to be in a folder. You can open up the application. You're going to click continue, agree, and choose the hard drive you're going to install it on. Hit continue, and then you'll be prompted with this screen. Okay, this is where you're going to pick all the drivers that you're going to install. For me, I used a user DSTD file. Now, if you don't know what this is, which you probably won't, you can go over back to 20Mac's x86 website. You can come to the DSTD database, and I had this on my first video. You're right here. These are all compatible motherboards, and I have a special file to make your system work much better, with sleep, and it's just better to get one of these compatible motherboards and use one of their DSTDs. And that's what I use. I use mine. You can choose your motherboard, which my motherboard was a Gigabyte P55 USB 3. Go ahead and scroll down, look for it. There it is, Revision 2. F8 BIOS, I know you can't really see that well. But you can just go ahead and download that, and it should be all good. Download the specific DSTD for your motherboard. Place it on your desktop. Mine is right here. And then when you're in Multi-Beast, use your DSTD. Now, each option in Multi-Beast gives you a little definition, a little description of what it actually does and what it is, which can be very helpful in case you forget something. But let's say you have a user DSTD file or a very good supported motherboard. You would go with Easy Beast install, and a lot of people do this, but it does not. It's still good, I guess. But if you can, go with user DSTD. Easy Beast is pretty much the fast way out. If you have specific stuff for your hardware or whatnot, just try to avoid Easy Beast. It's very recommended though. But, user DSTD is the best way to go in this case. Next, you're going to want to always, when you're using Multi-Beast, in case you install something wrong or you want to go back and fix something, you're always going to have to click system utilities. This installs, it rebuilds the cache and repairs the permissions. Without this, just you always have to choose it. Okay. Now, right now, this version of MultiBeast that I'm using is not the newest version, but it's second to the newest version, I believe. You can just go ahead down here, choose all your kext and enablers. So, under audio, you can use your audio kext. I chose the Apple 8XX HDA and the Apple HDA rollback, which is if you have a gigabyte motherboard running one of these audio chipsets, it's what you can use. One of these right here. Now, if you're using like a Asus motherboard, you can. Oh, and you can only if you want to use this right here, you need to have a DSTD from the database. But if you don't have a DSTD, you can just choose your specific audio manually. Okay. So if I was choosing mine manually, I'd choose this, and I choose this, and I choose this and not choose this. Alright, but since I use a DSTD, I don't have to do that. And there should be a Voodoo HDA. This works for people that have like Asus motherboards, which I really don't recommend using because there's a lot of problems with it, and it's not really it's more like a beta type thing for audio, and I really don't recommend using it. If you can avoid it, and if you can go with the gigabyte motherboard, that would be so much easier. Under disk, you want to choose. I already installed it, but it's not here. You want to install JM Micron 36X SATA. It's not here. Is it here? Oh, it's down here. Sorry, guys. It's SATA right there. Okay, you want to go ahead and what is this? ATA. Alright, sorry about that. But yeah, you usually want to choose this, or if you have an IDE, which IDE is not supported at all. Or it is supported, I guess, but it makes your life a whole lot harder. For graphics enabler, you want to go ahead and choose, well, depending on your graphics card. I didn't choose anything here because my graphics card was compatible right out of the box. But if it wasn't, I guess I could have chosen NVIDIA. Installed this, but let's see, ATI enables all of these ATI 50XX whatever cards. It's 32-bit only though, so you want to keep that in mind. And then we got some miscellaneous. Right here you can go ahead and download some other stuff that you need. I downloaded this because my motherboard has a USB 3 port on it. And for network, and this is very important, you want to go ahead and it's not on here yet. It's here on the newer version, but there's gonna be something called, wait, is this it though? It's not here at the moment, but you can go ahead and if you download the new version of MultiBeast, it'll have I'm not positive what it's called, but I think it's called like something like Linux 2 Max Ethernet thing or something. I'm not positive. And then you usually want to click, depending on you, want to click Chameleon. This is your bootloader, so you can either choose your Chameleon 2 RC5, which is what I have. And under customization, you can either choose your 64-bit Apple boot screen or 64-bit graphics enabler equals no. And which I chose this to make it more like an Apple. Guys, alright, so thanks for watching. Hope I helped you install Snow Leopard on your computer. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.